Today, let us begin with a heartfelt reminder. Your current circumstances are not the ultimate truth of who you are or what you can become. No matter how overwhelming they appear, they do not define your boundless spirit. Life is fluid, always in motion, and every breath you take is an opportunity to realign with a higher, more compassionate perspective. If you feel trapped or weighed down by challenges, whether they're financial obstacles, relationship strains, or lingering doubts, know that there is a deeper wisdom ready to guide you toward freedom. You already carry the power within you to transcend what seems impossible. Think of your life as a lush, ever-evolving garden. Sometimes the soil feels dry, or the blossoms seem wilted. Yet beneath the surface, seeds of infinite potential remain. Your heart, your mind, and your spirit hold the capacity to cultivate new possibilities. This is the gentle invitation of the universe, to trust in its subtle nudges, to have faith in your intuition, and to remember that every setback conceals a blessing waiting to unfold. This journey begins with a simple acknowledgement that you are far more than your past, your fears, or your current difficulties. Even in moments when frustration darkens your horizon, a tiny ember of hope glows within. Embracing that hope, nurturing it, and allowing it to guide your thoughts is the essence of trusting the universe. There is a divine intelligence that orchestrates life, weaving together threads of learning and growth, an intelligence that responds when you open your heart to receiving guidance. Throughout this conversation, we will explore powerful ways to connect with this greater wisdom. You will discover how to free yourself from limiting beliefs, how to fully occupy the present moment, and how to align with the flow of abundance. We'll delve into the art of cultivating self-trust through mirror work and affirmations, anchoring your sense of worthiness. By shifting your mindset, you can allow miracles to manifest naturally. Above all, remember that the universe, with its infinite creativity and love, is constantly guiding you toward wholeness. Begin now by placing a hand over your heart, closing your eyes if you wish, and breathing in the affirmation, "I choose to see myself as a powerful creator of my reality. I trust life to uplift me." Let that sink in for a moment. Notice how your body responds to these words. This is the spark of transformation, ignited by a single declaration of self-belief. You are gently welcoming a new blueprint into your mind, a pattern of trust, compassion, and faith that will support you as we navigate these sections together. As you hold on to that spark, remember that you and the universe are co-creators, working together in every second of your existence. Nothing is too small or too large for the divine intelligence that surrounds and permeates you. You are safe and you are cherished. Now, let us continue to explore how to activate that truth in your everyday life. Right now, you have an innate power waiting to be acknowledged. It is the power to choose your thoughts deliberately, to decide how you respond to life's shifting circumstances. When we label ourselves as too old, too young, not talented enough, or not worthy, we are fueling a narrative that keeps us confined. But if you shift to a new perspective, one that sees every challenge as a portal to growth, you unlock a life-giving force inside. Imagine standing in front of a canvas, paintbrush in hand, with vivid colors at your disposal. This canvas represents your inner world, your beliefs, emotions, and unconscious patterns. For years, perhaps, well-meaning family, friends, or societal norms have dictated how you paint, but now you realize you can choose which colors to use, which themes to explore, and what vision to create. Each stroke is a decision, each shade a reflection of your inner resolve. This is how powerful your mind is. It can reframe not only how you perceive a situation, but also how that situation unfolds. This first step in trusting the universe involves recognizing that your inner dialogue shapes your outer reality. When you find yourself swirling in self-doubt, pause and become aware of the thoughts fueling that emotion. Ask gently, is this belief serving me, or is it holding me back? If the belief is restrictive, replace it with something more liberating. For instance, if you catch yourself thinking, I'll never break free from this financial struggle, shift it to, I am open to creative possibilities for prosperity. Notice how the second statement softens the heaviness and introduces room for hope. Of course, it's natural to feel hesitation when you first practice these shifts. Lifelong programming can feel stubborn, and sometimes old fears resurface. Yet each moment you stand in conscious awareness is a victory. It is a message to the universe that you are ready for a new chapter. When you show willingness to break free from limiting beliefs, the universe rushes in with supportive synchronicities and fresh insights. It might come as an unexpected opportunity, a chance encounter, or even a sudden aha moment in the midst of your daily routine. Here is a comforting affirmation you can use every morning. I honor my inner power. I trust the wisdom guiding me each day. Speak it softly, letting the words resonate in your heart. If doubts arise, acknowledge them without judgment, and then gently return to the affirmation. This practice becomes a mental reconditioning process, gradually dismantling outdated patterns and replacing them with confidence and positivity. Over time, you will notice subtle changes. Tasks feel easier, solutions emerge faster, and you experience less resistance in everyday life. Remember, your thoughts are seeds. When you plant them in the fertile ground of faith and water them with loving attention, they flourish into experiences that mirror your most hopeful visions. Recognizing your own power is not arrogance. It is an act of reverence for the divine force that breathes life into each of us. By honoring that force within, you align yourself with the universe's ever-present support. If you wish to truly trust the universe, start by embracing the sacredness of the present. So often our minds wander to past regrets or future worries, overshadowing the richness of now. Yet this present moment is where all life unfolds. It holds infinite potential to heal, to inspire, and to guide you toward your dreams. To illustrate how living fully in the present aligns you with the universe, consider what happens during mindful breathing. When you take a slow, conscious breath, you begin to release tension and anchor yourself in the here and now. Your thoughts begin to calm, and you make space for clarity. This clarity is what allows you to notice intuitive nudges, those subtle messages from life pointing you toward your greatest good. A simple practice is to pause every so often and take 3 deep, deliberate breaths. As you inhale, say in your mind, I welcome peace. As you exhale, say, I release worry. Repeat this pattern until you feel centered. It might sound deceptively simple, yet it holds the power to transform your experience in that moment. In this state of presence, you become more receptive to solutions and serendipitous events that the universe orchestrates on your behalf. When you are fully present, you also become aware of inner impulses that want to be expressed, such as a spark of creativity, a desire to reach out to someone, or an intuitive sense that a particular action is beneficial. These impulses are gentle calls from the cosmos, prompting you to take steps in alignment with your higher path. By honoring them, you develop a deeper trust in life's gentle guidance system. Another reason the present moment is so transformative is that it dissolves many forms of suffering. Worry, stress, and fear usually feed on projections about what might happen later or on judgments about what happened before. But when you shift your focus to the now, you realize that in this precise second, you have the capacity to choose peace. You become more attuned to the small wonders around you, a bird's song, the warmth of sunlight, the comfort of silence. These tiny miracles remind you that life is abundant with gifts that can uplift your spirit if you are aware enough to receive them. Try not to judge yourself if your mind keeps drifting to the past or future. It's a habit we all share, shaped by years of conditioning. Each time you catch yourself drifting away from the now, gently guide your attention back, perhaps using a short affirmation like, "I am safe in this moment. All is well." With practice, these small moments of mindfulness begin to accumulate. You might discover that solutions appear more quickly, your body feels lighter, and your relationships deepen in warmth and authenticity. Embracing the present may not solve every problem overnight, but it opens a channel to the universal current of peace and insight. It's like aligning yourself with the cosmic radio frequency that delivers messages of love, hope, and direction. Even if your circumstances seem daunting, grounding yourself in the now helps you realize that anything is possible from this point onward. The universe loves a receptive heart, and by cherishing the present, you signal that you're ready for life's abundant blessings. Fear can feel like a thick fog that wraps itself around your mind, distorting the way you see yourself and your possibilities. It often stems from conditioning, ideas we absorbed from childhood, from society, or from moments of hurt in the past. The challenge, then, is to recognize that these fear-based beliefs are not absolute truths. They are stories we learn to tell ourselves. And just as stories can be rewritten, so can our perceptions of what is possible. To begin releasing these old narratives, first acknowledge them with kindness. You might notice fearful thoughts such as, "I'm not good enough to follow my dream," or "I'm too broken to heal." Instead of trying to force these notions away, or judging yourself for having them, meet them with compassion. Tell yourself, "I see you, I understand you are a voice from the past, and I choose to liberate myself from your grip." By doing so, you transform resistance into gentle acceptance, paving the way for true change. One powerful method is journaling. Take a notebook and write down the fears or negative beliefs that hover in your mind. Let them spill out freely, without censorship. Then, create a second list of empowering statements that directly counter those fears. For instance, if you write, "I'll never find fulfilling work," counter it with, "I am open and ready to discover work that aligns with my passion." As you review your counter statements, notice which ones resonate most strongly in your heart. These become the seeds of your new mental garden. Forgiveness also plays a crucial role in releasing old conditioning. Sometimes fear clings to resentments, painful memories or grievances you've held on to for months, years, or even decades. Holding on to bitterness or blame weighs down your spirit, preventing it from soaring freely. When you practice forgiveness, you are not condoning harmful actions, but choosing to free yourself from the emotional chains that bind you to the past. Start with small steps. Repeat an affirmation like, "I free myself and others by forgiving, and I walk forward in peace." Imagine the tension melting away, replaced by a gentle sense of calm. Another key aspect is noticing how your body reacts to fear. Your shoulders might tense up, your stomach might tighten. These physical sensations are signals. When you become aware of them, pause, breathe, and remind yourself that you are safe in this moment. This mindful pause can interrupt the cycle of fear, allowing you to reset and ground yourself again in a more empowering perspective. In releasing fear, remember that you have every right to change the narrative of your life. You are not defined by anyone else's words or by your most difficult experiences. The universe is endlessly creative, always ready to help you blossom into your fullest self. Each time you break free from a fear or a limiting belief, you send a message to life. I am ready for positive change. In response, you may notice subtle synchronicities. A book that offers the perfect advice, a chance encounter with a supportive person, or a sudden burst of inspiration. These are the universe's confirmations telling you, yes, keep going. As you continue to let go of fear and conditioning, keep a simple yet potent affirmation close. I release old burdens and welcome a future of light. Feel the weight lift off your shoulders each time you speak these words. With every release, you create more space for love, possibility, and trust to flourish. It's in this open, expanded state of being that you invite the universe to guide you into experiences that match your highest good. Stand in front of a mirror, look into your own eyes, and speak words of kindness. This simple act can feel surprisingly challenging at first, yet it holds immense power to heal the relationship you have with yourself. By performing mirror work, you confront the inner critic head-on and replace its harsh judgments with loving reassurance. Over time, this practice can radically shift how you see yourself and how you show up in the world. Begin by choosing a short affirmation that resonates with your current desire for healing and trust. It might be, I choose to love and accept myself exactly as I am. Then find a private, quiet space and stand or sit before your mirror. Gaze gently into your eyes. If you notice discomfort, perhaps you want to look away or negative thoughts bubble up, recognize these responses as old protective patterns. They do not signify failure. They simply show you where healing is most needed. Speak your affirmation aloud, slowly, as though talking to a dear friend. Allow your voice to carry compassion. Let the words settle. You may place your hand over your heart, feeling its steady rhythm. Breathe in deeply, envisioning each inhale as fresh energy that nourishes your spirit. On the exhale, release any tension or self-judgment. This process of inhalation and exhalation can become a soothing ritual that fosters deeper self-awareness. With consistent practice, mirror work reveals layers of yourself that you might not have noticed before. You might uncover hidden self-doubts, lingering regrets, or even pockets of unhealed pain from childhood. Rather than fearing these discoveries, Recognize them as opportunities for transformation. Compassion is key here. Each time an old wound surfaces, greet it with understanding. Perhaps say, "I see you, and I embrace you with love." This approach dissolves the shame or blame that might otherwise keep wounds festering beneath the surface. As you progress, notice how daily mirror work influences your outer life. Conversations may feel lighter. You might discover a newfound ability to set healthy boundaries or to speak up for your needs. You become more attuned to your worth, no longer seeking external validation for every decision. This shift often extends to how you treat your physical body, choosing nourishing foods or moving in ways that enhance vitality. By loving yourself wholeheartedly, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more love in return. If you miss a day or find yourself resisting the mirror, be gentle. Habitual patterns can take time to shift. Celebrate small victories, like feeling a bit more at ease with your reflection, or noticing a reduction in negative self-talk. Consistency, even if imperfect, is where true transformation flourishes. Each day you return to the mirror, you water the seeds of self-compassion. Eventually, those seeds sprout into a robust sense of inner security. In moments of self-doubt, remember this: every loving thought directed at yourself has the power to change your life. It might seem like a tiny ripple in a vast ocean, but as that ripple spreads, it influences the currents that shape your experiences. By steadfastly applying mirror work, you anchor a belief in your inherent worthiness, making it easier to trust the universe. After all, a person who loves themselves deeply also trusts that life mirrors that love with supportive experiences, kind people, and opportunities that allow their spirit to shine. Affirmations are like purposeful seeds planted in the garden of your mind. By selecting words that reflect the life you wish to create, you consciously direct your inner dialogue toward growth and healing. Let us take a moment to understand how powerful this can be. Each time you say an affirmation, you are affirming, not just to yourself, but to the universe, that a new reality is taking shape. To maximize their impact, craft affirmations that resonate with your unique experiences. For instance, if you struggle with self-worth, you might say, "I am worthy of all the goodness life offers, and I welcome it now." If finances are a concern, consider, "Prosperity flows to me effortlessly. I am open to the abundance of the universe." By zeroing in on the specific area you want to heal or improve, you give clear instructions to your subconscious mind. Repetition is key. Think of how we learn a new language, through consistent exposure and practice until new words become second nature. Affirmations function similarly. To embed them in your psyche, repeat them several times a day. You can do this upon waking, before sleeping, or whenever stress arises. If you wish, you could write them down in a journal, place sticky notes around your home, or record them in your own voice to listen during quiet moments. The more often you reinforce these uplifting messages, the more your mind begins to view them as normal, accepted truths. Affirmations also work wonders when combined with visualization. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and picture yourself living out the affirmation. See your environment, hear the supportive words of others, and feel the corresponding emotions, perhaps joy, peace, or empowerment. The subconscious responds strongly to emotional intensity. When you unite affirmations with vivid mental imagery, You accelerate the process of internalizing new beliefs. Of course, resistance may surface. You might catch a mocking voice inside that says, "This isn't real," or "You're kidding yourself." Instead of resisting or battling that voice, acknowledge it as a sign that you are stepping out of your comfort zone. Smile softly at the doubt and proceed with your affirmation. Over time, that skeptical voice quiets down, replaced by the more nurturing narrative you are consciously choosing. Affirmations can also target physical healing. For those grappling with health challenges, try statements like, "Every cell in my body is filled with loving, healing light," or "I am improving in every way, every day." Consistent use can create a supportive mental environment that allows your body to respond positively. Pair these affirmations with kind actions toward your body, nutritious foods, movement, and adequate rest. Affirmations are not a substitute for professional medical care, of course, but they do enhance your healing journey by aligning your mental and emotional states with well-being. As you progress, you may notice subtle shifts. Perhaps you wake up feeling more hopeful, or you handle stress with greater ease. Maybe opportunities start appearing, or people with similar positive mindsets enter your life. These are signs that your affirmations are taking root. Keep watering them with unwavering faith. In time, you'll see that they blossom into genuine experiences, confirming that with each spoken word of power, you are indeed co-creating your reality alongside a supportive universe. Many of us have been taught to dwell on what is missing or what is going wrong. We fixate on bills, conflicts, and uncertainties, hoping to solve them with sheer force of worry. Yet focusing on what we lack perpetuates a cycle of scarcity. If you stare at a closed door for too long, you might never notice the open windows surrounding you. Shifting your focus to abundance is about redirecting your gaze to the windows of opportunity rather than the doors that appear closed. This doesn't mean ignoring real-life responsibilities or pretending problems don't exist. Rather, it is a deliberate choice to maintain a hopeful, expectant outlook. When you shift your attention to what could go right, the universe responds by highlighting pathways that align with that improved vision. Some people call it the law of attraction. Others see it as a psychological principle. Where focus goes, energy flows. Either way, the result is the same. You begin noticing solutions, supportive people, and resources that were always there but overlooked due to negative preoccupations. One practical approach is to replace complaints with gratitudes. Each time you catch yourself fixating on a shortage, be it money, health, or companionship, pause and list 3 blessings in that area. If finances are tight, you might express gratitude for having food on the table, for a friend who helped, or for a skill you can use to earn income. This is not about dismissing your challenge, but about reminding yourself that abundance already exists in your life. In doing so, you create a mental and emotional environment ripe for more good to unfold. Recent self-help discussions have emphasized the power of daily affirmations to shift focus. This aligns well with your journey. Combine the concept of abundance with an empowering statement. For example, say, "I see abundance everywhere I look, and I accept it fully." Even if you don't consciously believe it 100% at first, the very act of stating it challenges your scarcity mindset. Over time, your subconscious mind adapts, and you begin noticing possibilities you never saw before. Visualization is another potent tool here. Spend a few moments each day quietly imagining an abundant life. Envision paying your bills with ease, enjoying meaningful connections, or contributing generously to causes you care about. Let the positive emotions associated with this vision flood your heart: joy, relief, gratitude. This emotional charge directs your mind to seek out tangible ways to bring that vision into reality. Finally, be receptive to unexpected opportunities. Sometimes life answers your call through avenues you wouldn't expect. You might stumble upon a new career path, reconnect with an old friend who sparks an idea, or randomly spot an advertisement that piques your interest. These aren't coincidences. They are signs that your inner shift has altered what you attract and notice. Say yes to the nudges that uplift your spirit. Trust that you are worthy of the goodness life has to offer. By consciously choosing to see life's riches, both tangible and intangible, you align with the universe's endless capacity to provide. When your focus is on growth and possibility, that is what you become attuned to, creating a momentum that dissolves limitations one step at a time. In the dance of cosmic energy, gratitude acts like a beam of light guiding new blessings your way. Each moment you pause to appreciate what you already have, you raise your energy, sending out a signal that says, "I am open and ready to receive even more." This doesn't mean your life suddenly becomes free of challenges, but it does mean those challenges become stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. A practical way to harness gratitude is by keeping a daily gratitude journal. Each morning or evening, write down at least 3 things you are grateful for. Let them be specific: a heartwarming conversation with a friend, the comforting taste of a home-cooked meal, a breakthrough idea at work. As you do this consistently, you train your mind to seek out positive elements in your day. Over time, your overall outlook shifts, making you more resilient in the face of stress or adversity. Some people choose to speak their gratitude aloud. For instance, upon waking, you might say, "Thank you for the restful sleep and the chance to create a beautiful day." Or at bedtime, you could reflect on the highlights of your day. "I am grateful for the unexpected kindness from a stranger and the energy I had to finish my tasks." Speaking these words with feeling amplifies their power, enveloping you in a sense of peace and contentment. What makes gratitude truly transformative is how it expands your field of possibilities. When you focus on what's going right, even in the midst of hardship, you acknowledge that life still offers moments of grace. This acknowledgement paves the way for a deeper trust in the universe. You recognize that even if one door closes, another will open. You become more flexible, more willing to adapt, and ultimately more confident in your ability to navigate whatever comes your way. Here's another gentle exercise. Whenever you catch yourself in a spiral of worry or complaint, pause and think of something that has recently gone well. It could be as simple as finding a good parking spot or receiving a compliment from a coworker. Dwell on that positive moment for several seconds, letting a wave of appreciation wash over you. You might be surprised at how quickly your mood lightens and how much easier it becomes to deal with the original problem. This shift in energy can make all the difference between feeling helpless and feeling empowered. If you wish to elevate your gratitude practice further, combine it with visualization. Close your eyes and picture the many blessings in your life as shimmering orbs of light swirling around you. Feel their warmth, sense their gentle reassurance. Affirm, I am richly blessed. My gratitude grows each day, and miracles flow to me effortlessly. Use this time to savor the experience of being fully supported by life. That joyful resonance you create within becomes a magnet for even greater abundance. Remember that gratitude is not a denial of pain or struggle. It's an intentional decision to see hope and possibility, no matter what. By choosing gratitude, you align with the benevolent currents of the universe. You tune into the truth that you are never alone, and that life is a continuous tapestry woven with lessons, blessings, and opportunities to evolve. With gratitude lighting your path, you gain the confidence to keep moving forward, trusting that each step you take is supported by the loving embrace of existence. Surrender is often misunderstood. Many equate it with giving up or being passive, but true surrender is an act of profound trust and courage. It is the willingness to release the mental grip you have on every situation and allow the natural flow of life to unfold. In doing so, you invite the universe to work its wonders, unencumbered by your rigid expectations or fears. Think of surrender as a gentle letting go. Imagine you are holding a small boat in place on a flowing river. Your arms grow tired from the effort, and the current insists on carrying the boat downstream. When you finally relax your grip, the boat moves gracefully with the water, finding its own rhythm and path. This is what happens when you surrender to the universe. You stop struggling against the currents of change and allow them to guide you to a place of greater ease and alignment. The practice of surrender can start with a simple affirmation: I release control and trust life's perfect timing. Speak these words when you feel anxious or overwhelmed. They remind you that you're not alone in your efforts. There is a vast, supportive force ready to assist you once you release the constant need to steer every detail. Of course, surrender does not imply inaction. You still take inspired steps, follow your intuition, and remain open to signs. The difference is that you let go of the tension around how or when things must happen. In relationships, surrender means accepting that you cannot mold others to fit your image of perfection. You honor their path just as you honor your own. You communicate openly, but you also grant them the space to learn, grow, or make mistakes. This respectful detachment fosters an environment of understanding and empathy. It also frees you from the burden of constant worry over how people respond or behave. When it comes to personal aspirations, surrender encourages you to relax the deadlines you impose on yourself. You may have a goal, say, changing careers or launching a creative project. Instead of obsessing over every hurdle, you maintain a positive vision and take steps as opportunities arise. If an unexpected setback occurs, you trust that there is a lesson or redirection at play. By remaining flexible, you allow the universe to rearrange circumstances in your favor, even if it looks different from your original plan. Over time, surrender reveals itself as the gateway to a deeper sense of peace. You discover that life can be more harmonious than you ever imagined. You begin to see evidence of serendipity and grace, as though an unseen hand is arranging outcomes you could not orchestrate alone. With each moment of letting go, you strengthen the belief that all is well, and all is unfolding for your highest good. As you integrate surrender into your daily life, keep a calm reminder close. I trust the unfolding of my journey. Notice how that statement allows your breathing to soften, your mind to quiet. This relaxed state makes it easier to recognize those subtle, guiding whispers from your inner wisdom. Indeed, surrender is not about passivity. It's about honoring your worth enough to let life meet you halfway. The universe desires for you to live expansively and joyfully. By surrendering, you open yourself to receiving that divine support, transforming what once felt like a struggle into a tranquil dance with life's currents. Take a moment to reflect on the insights we've explored. You've been reminded that your circumstances do not hold the final say in who you are or what you will become. By recognizing your inner power, embracing the present, releasing fear, loving yourself through mirror work, and speaking healing affirmations, you lay the foundation for profound change. Shifting your focus to abundance and practicing gratitude unlock even greater blessings, while the art of surrender liberates you from the need to control every outcome. Trusting the universe is not about blind faith or wishful thinking. It is a wise collaboration with life's natural flow, a co-creation that brings ease, peace, and clarity. Remember, each positive thought, each gentle breath of acceptance, and each act of gratitude sends ripples throughout your reality. These ripples gain momentum and eventually shape a new way of living, one in which obstacles are stepping stones and challenges become catalysts for growth. So, let us close with a final affirmation to carry you forward. I trust the unfolding of my journey, and I welcome the universe's miracles with an open heart. Allow the power of these words to sink into your consciousness. Feel their resonance in your body. Let them remind you that no matter where you stand now, there is always a pathway to hope, healing, and joyous transformation. You are worthy of living a life brimming with love, abundance, and inner harmony. Never doubt the potential that blossoms within you each time you choose to align with trust. The universe stands ready to support you, waiting for your signal that says, I am ready to step into my fullest expression. Let that signal shine bright today, and watch as your life begins to mirror the vibrant, loving energy you cultivate within. Go forward in peace, my friend. Embrace your power, honor the present, release the past, and stay open to the unending gifts that life longs to share. You are always guided, always protected, and always cherished. And so, your journey of trusting the universe and remembering that your circumstances are simply a moment in time continues to bloom in wondrous ways.